in the territory days, how did people cope with the US oil crisis, both the first and second? In 1973, which is the first one, you were wrestling for Roy Shires and Don Owen. The second one, 1979, you were in Florida. So how did the wrestlers deal with the sort of a shortage of gas those 2 years, and how did they get around when they needed it?
The first one was the only one that impacted me. I was with Shires there, and I had my ex-wife had a Volkswagen. So with a can of gas, I could pretty much get there and get back wherever I was going. I had that car. I took it to Modesto one time. I came out. Somebody stole it, so I had to do the whole thing and get it back, and drive all the way to Sacramento. And I had my own pickup truck, but I had to tow it back to Santa Cruz because they had messed it up. Anything. So a week or so later, I was driving the same Volkswagen to Fresno. And I got pulled over for driving a stolen car. And they started to arrest me. And, you're going to take me. I said, hey, no, I said, I just, you got to. Well, way before computer, the computer was you had the date there, the early 70s. So it was well before.
73.
Yeah, so it was well before computers and everything. So the Sacramento law, it was listed as a stolen car. So evidently it hadn't made it down the chain of command that the owner had picked it up and it was no longer stolen. So that was one harrowing experience. But aside from that, everybody kind of. Well, at that time I was living by myself in Santa Cruz, so I'd have pretty much stuck with that the VW bug because I couldn't. And Santa Cruz was a little bit removed. We didn't have quite the lines that the big cities and stuff had. So it was a little bit cooler. So I didn't really experience it that bad.
With the Frisco territory, am I right in saying that it was not a big traveling territory? It was maybe 90 miles here, 50 miles here, and you were mostly at home, or am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah, no, it was, yeah. In fact, for me, it was probably the longest because I lived in Santa Cruz, extra 30 miles past San Jose. Everybody else was living up around Hayward, Oakland area, where Bobby Jaggers and Fuji and those guys used to run wild in Northern California there. So yeah, it was whatever.
Well, it's because you were thinking of some sort of terrible story with Bobby Jaggers and Mr. Fuji, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the damn coffee. I put the coffee pot on. I just running it through and it's making a lot of noise.
I will ask one more thing then. You said were you actually taken downtown for the stolen VW incident, or?
No, I wasn't. I got pulled over on the side of the road and then we cleared it up and I was on the road. Another half hour, 45 minutes I was driving again. And had to explain to Shires why I was late.
Did he believe you?
Probably not.
No. Just to harp on this slightly more, what did other wrestlers do then in other territories? Do you know? Was there stockpiling going on? Was there events cancelled? Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear. I imagine, different, like your Oklahomas and, those areas where they had, and your Amarillos and stuff like that, where they did a tremendous amount of driving, Even Florida, like Miami and back, was like 300 one way. So you'd have to get gas sooner or later somewhere. But yeah, I'm sure, everybody had their hardships at that time. So,
yeah.
I was young and I had a Volkswagen.
A lot of queuing going on as well. Maybe outside the Volkswagen, I don't know as well.